So AI is really the secret sauce. We're not just riding the AI wave though, Steve. There's a lot of newcomers that have just emerged and, trying to catch up. We've been building our AI behind the scenes for the past 2 years, and now we're starting to reap the benefits of all of that hard work.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Evan Gappelberg. He is the CEO of Nextech3D.ai. And Evan, good to see you again. How are you?
I'm good. Great to be back with you, Steve.
Yeah, so the company out announcing your audited financial results for, in fact, a 15-month period ending March 31st. So before we get into the numbers itself, let's take a step back here and talk about the work that you've done over the last year to sort of get you to this particular point.
Yeah, it's really important actually to put things in perspective. So I'm glad you asked that question. It's really about what did we do in the past to get us to where we are today, and then looking forward into the future. In the past, we were laying the foundation for this really AI-driven future. At Nextech, we saw AI. We saw the wave coming and we positioned ourselves at the forefront. Really, over the past 2 years, we have transformed our company from a services-based 3D studio into an AI-first technology platform. And to be honest, Steve, it might look on the outside that this is just a cosmetic thing, but it's not. This is a transformation that was not cosmetic. It is fundamental to our business and to our future business. We completely rebuilt our 3D model production from the ground up using generative AI, AI LLMs, and automation pipelines. And as a result, we've been able to reduce our costs, dramatically improve our output, really scale and expand our margins quite dramatically. And if you look at our numbers, Steve, that we just put out today, our audited numbers tell the story. So, in the past, we were using brute force really to cut costs in 2024. Gross profit did actually improve because we reduced our headcount quite dramatically. So we saw 55% gross margin, and it jumped all the way to 64%. That's up from 30 some odd percent. And our cash burn, which is critical, dropped by almost 60%. And this is because of a very disciplined approach to building our business in the past.
Yeah, you mentioned in the past that getting the cash output was obviously a key thing for the company. So you made a lot of changes in for where things are done, how they're done, processes that are done, margins that are done. It really had to start from the beginning and go all the way to the end in order for you to see these type of numbers.
It did. It took a lot of planning, a lot of work. And I give all credit to my team. My CFO has been quite dynamic. We changed CFOs just about 2 years ago, and my new CFO is really quite extraordinary. She has really transformed the company into a lean, mean AI machine. And today, AI really does power everything we do, whether it's generating photorealistic 3D models at scale, enabling augmented reality wayfinding at live events, or using AI for matchmaking with attendees and exhibitors. So AI is really the secret sauce. We're not just riding the AI wave though, Steve. There's a lot of newcomers that have just emerged and, trying to catch up. We've been building our AI behind the scenes for the past 2 years, and now we're starting to reap the benefits of all of that hard work. So, when we look forward, we look at our 3D modeling pipeline now producing the lowest cost 3D models for high volume production in the e-commerce space. We believe that we are the leaders. And it really proves that generative AI can solve real world problems and challenges in the e-commerce industry at scale. And ultimately, at the end of it all, it's pushing our profit margins higher and higher and higher, which is going to lead to profits. And that's what we're here for, to generate profits for our investors. And then, on the event side, Steve, we've launched MapD AI Event Solutions. It's really an AI first platform, and it brings together crypto payments, real-time navigation, lead capture, AI networking, all inside a very robust mobile app, again, that took a lot of time and effort to build. So we're not just, innovating, we're really trying to redefine what the event tech can be. So that's really what we've been working on, Steve.
And you've shown some uptick in that as well. Some clients, new clients that you've signed. You're hitting a lot of numbers, a lot of metrics on the event side that have really sort of pushed MapD forward.
Yeah, if you look at our business, last year, again, we spent a lot of our time and energy laying the foundation so that we can accelerate in 2025 and beyond. And so we've really laid this foundational infrastructure for this next generation of AI experiences, which again includes 3D modeling, spatial computing, blockchain. I mean, they're all converging right now
Mhm.
in the market, and Nextech really is at the intersection. When we look forward in the years ahead, everything that can be modeled in 3D will be, and AI is going to be driving that. Every product, every venue, every experience, really all of that is something that Nextech plans to have some kind of touch. We want to touch all those venues. We want to be in every experience at the venue, and we want to really produce as many 3D models as possible using our AI. It's the only thing that really gets me excited these days is the efficiency, the affordability, and the ability to scale. In the past, Steve, we talked about hiring 100 3D modelers in India to try to scale to meet the demand for 3D model production. In the present, in the future, we don't need those 100. It's literally down to two
Mhm.
people versus 100. I mean, it's not even in the same category of expense
Yeah.
and work. And so that's kind of why AI is just transforming the world we live in today. And if you use crypto and you start to bring in lower cost transaction fees, which we've talked about, reducing the transaction fee by 95% using US dollar coins, high margin SaaS business, next gen AI platforms, all of that is what Nextech is bringing to the future, Steve.
Okay. And speaking of the future, you mentioned the road to profitability is something that you're on and you want to stay on. So what's sort of the next stages for the company, Evan? And I know you announced recently some new hires of
Yep.
salespeople that brought books with them. So tell me sort of the next stage.
So in the past, it was about getting our costs aligned with our business and getting our technology to level up. In the present, we're trying to scale our revenue. Our costs are there, they're where they need to be. Our margins are where they need to be, quite robust and only getting stronger. At this point in time, we're really focused on scaling our sales across all of our business. And it's happening. We've announced, some pretty significant contracts. And, when you look at where we're at as a company, I believe that we're at the dawn of a new era for Nextech, that AI has really reshaped us. And Nextech is a rare, pure play, small cap company that's at the intersection of AI, 3D, and immersive technology. We've already done a lot of the hard work of reinventing the business, and it was really hard. There were some really dark days, but we're there now. And so we're starting to accelerate towards sustainable and profitable growth powered by AI, led by innovation, and really aligned with all of what's going on in the world today, Steve.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to seeing more on that as the months roll on. Evan, thanks so much. Really good update. Good to see you as well.
Thanks, Steve.
Evan Gappelberg, the CEO of Nextech3D.ai.